the first video of how to book Wrestlemania 33 featuring AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. How would I book this match starting from next week all the way till the go-home show for Wrestlemania? Stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about that and only that in this part 1 of how to book Wrestlemania 33 video.
Money talk.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? WW Movie Maker here. It's a Saturday. Alright, we got the weekend to look forward to, and this weekend I did say that I was going to start uploading a little bit more content. Excuse me, because I have a lot of time and I'm trying to put as much news as I can out there, and I will. But I was thinking yesterday, how could I possibly start something different for you guys to listen upon, and I realized that I'm going to have to work even harder if I really want something good to record or upload. I'll have to have a lot of depth and detail written into it. And so I decided, how about I decide to book specific WrestleMania 33 matches for this year's show. Specific ones, not all of them because that would be a little bit too crazy, but like the major 4 or 5 matches. And I literally last night, all night, I was writing a script for the first 2 matches at least. And the first match that came to my mind of how I would book it is a match that not everybody really thinks is going to be WrestleMania worthy, especially for one of the guys who's actually in the match, AJ Styles. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. A lot of people are underestimating this match, saying that this match, it's not going to be the WrestleMania match that AJ Styles, deserves. He doesn't even need to be in this match. He should be with, a guy like Shinsuke Nakamura. Even in the WWE title picture, they're saying Shane McMahon is not going to be a worthy opponent for AJ Styles wrestling-wise. And I'm going to try to book this match. I have papers written down of scripts. Man, I'm not joking about this. I literally took time to do this. I'm going to be talking about how this match could be booked to make it spectacular. I'm going to talk about, in every single video that I upload for how to book WrestleMania 33 specific matches, I'll be talking about the matches that really nobody at all thinks should be happening at WrestleMania, and I'll book it so good that you're going to have to say that we want to see that match. That's how I'm going to book these. So I'm booking the unpopular matches at WrestleMania. So here we get straight into this. I'm not going to make any of these videos that long. I'm going to make them short and sweet so you understand what I'm talking about. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. So we already know from the beginning that AJ Styles has had issues with Shane McMahon. He's been on Talking Smack. He's been, confronting Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. He's always seemed like he's been screwed because he's always done things to the end, but he's really never gotten the title, especially at the Elimination Chamber. He feels like, they're always onto him. They're always against him. They don't respect him. You've seen that on Talking Smack. So there's a match between AJ Styles and Luke Harper next week on SmackDown Live. What this could do is there could be a huge build-up for this match. Like, on SmackDown Live, there could be a huge build-up for AJ Styles versus Luke Harper. And somehow, either AJ Styles could get disqualified, right? Or what happens is Shane McMahon actually comes out even before the match begins, and Shane McMahon confronts AJ Styles to stop the match, to not even have this match go on. And he would proceed to confront AJ Styles. What he would do is he would have a graphic or a video on the big screen, the Titantron, and say, and have it from a different camera angle, showing how Luke Harper actually fell out second, right? So we could just say, we had some misconception about this, right? Look at the camera angle here. It clearly shows that AJ Styles, you fell out first, then Luke Harper. So, due to that, they could just say, well, the camera angle wasn't the right camera angle to be looking at, so that's why now we know that you, AJ Styles, lost that match. And then what happens is, this match is canceled off. No more. You are not in the contendership for the championship. And then Shane McMahon could proceed to walk off. AJ Styles pulls him back and he says, what the hell are you doing? right? And then he proceeds to kick him in the face or punch him or something, and that'll be the initial reaction, or the initial beginning point for AJ Styles. Then he could bring a freaking chair, start beating the crap out of him, destroy the shit out of him. And that would be because, AJ Styles is hated, and he always needs to prove himself over and over again when he knows he's the best. This is when Daniel Bryan could come out. This is when, I don't know, security guards could come out, telling him to be escorted. They escort him out of the arena. And then next week we realize that AJ Styles is suspended. He's suspended, and from there, Shane McMahon is also off television, and Daniel Bryan's running the show. Now, that's the first part of this. Now, weeks leading up to this, Shane McMahon is unable to be on television, as AJ Styles has been suspended indefinitely. Now, whether this be the next week on Raw or 2 weeks later, Daniel Bryan could come out and cut a promo, whether this be to kick off SmackDown or just a regular promo that he normally does, right? So that there's no suspicion that he's actually, talking about AJ Styles. It's just a random promo that he goes out there to kick off the show, or some sort of, I don't know, anything near the beginning or the end of the show. And then guess what happens? AJ Styles comes out from the arena in a black hoodie and black pants. He runs out and he attacks Daniel Bryan. He hits him with a blow on the head, and that's it. Because we know Daniel Bryan is prone to injury, so we're not going to do that much harm to him. But we're going to have AJ Styles come out there and hit him on the back of the head, all right? And we're going to, maybe, it might not be that hard as well. You could just have him sort of swing his arm and Bryan sell it, just, fall face first, or just his hands on the ground. It's the best we could do to make sure Bryan doesn't get injured again, right? And then AJ Styles walks out before even security gets him, and Daniel Bryan is then being lifted because the commentators could sell it. They could say, oh, Daniel Bryan's had a lot of neck injuries. That one blow could have really taken out Bryan, They could really put that over as something that, is very, very dangerous, And AJ Styles just did that. And AJ Styles did that to the general manager. He did that to the commissioner. He's did that to the commissioner's colleague. And then what happens after that is Daniel Bryan seen leaving the arena, possibly in an ambulance. Shane McMahon tweets. He tweets out and says, actions have consequences. I'll be on SmackDown Live to address AJ Styles next week. And then, Mauro Ranallo sells this story. He sells it, like, really good. Shane McMahon returns to SmackDown. He's injured. He's like in a cast or, something. AJ Styles right now, he just attacked Daniel Bryan. He just left the arena in a black pants and hoodie, right? They could continue to show the replay of AJ Styles, side blinding Daniel Bryan in the back of the head, right? With nobody expecting it. And he's suspended, so he shouldn't even be on SmackDown, but he came out through the arena. Shane McMahon returns probably 2 weeks before WrestleMania, and he's out there. Shane McMahon is out there on SmackDown, and he's just, he's like, I'm here to confront AJ Styles, and he gets straight to the point. He's like, AJ Styles, where the hell are you? I know you're here. Get your ass out here right now, because I need to confront you about this. And he's not scared. And then, via satellite, AJ Styles appears on the screen. Guess what he says? He says that nobody in this company treats me with respect, that nobody in this company, understands who I am. I'm damn it AJ Styles, and at WrestleMania I'm gonna fight you. I want to fight you at WrestleMania so that you treat me with the respect. I'm gonna beat the respect into you so that you respect me, AJ Styles. And Shane McMahon is gonna hesitantly said, all right, you know what, you got it. If that's what you want, you got it, right? And then AJ Styles is just smiling like a freaking piece of crap. The satellite goes off, and then this camera zooms into Shane McMahon, him hesitantly just looking to the ground like, what the fuck did he do? JBL then says, what the hell did Shane McMahon get himself into? There you go. That's how you would put that story. And then, most likely at WrestleMania, if AJ Styles does win in a great match with Shane McMahon, he could then, possibly earn the respect, but ultimately that is how he could get drafted to Monday Night Raw, which is what Vince McMahon wants. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how I would book that match. I would make sure that you have Daniel Bryan included in this, because that really ups the personal antics, the personal rivalry, because AJ Styles literally hates all of the authority figures on SmackDown, right? They're both faces, so it makes sense as well, and you could have it be unexpected, right? The beatdown will have to start next week versus AJ Styles versus Luke Harper, I would have to say they should show a different camera angle, and it should be Shane McMahon, possibly even Daniel Bryan out there as well. That's also a possibility. And if you don't want the beatdown to happen right away, you could also have it happen backstage, or you could also have Shane McMahon reportedly injured by a certain somebody. Who was it? And they could proceed to possibly determine who that is. But I think if you want higher ratings and seriously pick up this feud, you're gonna have to have Shane McMahon come out to the ring, not the ringside area, and say, listen. And Luke Harper will get out of here, but he'll be like, look at the screen, that's not possible. And then Shane McMahon's like, sorry, you don't have a title match. He literally says that to his face, walks out of the ring. Styles says no, you're not getting out of the ring, pulls him back, kick to the face, Pele kick, something, drop kick, a freaking punch, anything. That starts the feud. And it'll literally be all about respect. That the authority figures don't have respect for me, I will teach you the respect, right? And that is how I would book it. Shane McMahon accepts the challenge for AJ Styles via satellite. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how I would book the WrestleMania 33 match between AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. I was about to say Vince McMahon. Shane McMahon, so that it will literally become one of the most interesting matches on WrestleMania. AJ Styles will be put over so huge, so freaking huge, that you'll have to hate him because he's freaking beating up authority figures, right? And that is how the story here is, that is how you would teach respect into somebody. If they're not going to give it to you the way you want them to give it to you, you'll have to directly proceed to give them or make them give you the respect you want. That's how I would book WrestleMania 33. Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. Ladies and gentlemen, part 2, number 2, the second video for how I would book WrestleMania 33 is coming your way. Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Bro, this is probably the biggest script I've ever written. Literally 2 fucking pages of how I would book this and how I would make Roman Reigns literally the best motherfucker on WWE television. How amazing would that be? There's a heel turn involved, and how I would book it, that'll be in the next video. But this video is now over. I will see you guys very, very soon for part number 2 of how I'd book WrestleMania 33.